Namibia is one of those very, very fortunate countries where we don't have a normalcy of journalists going missing, ending up dead, or any violence, any constant violence against journalists. We do, however, have, what comes with the job, the threats, the sexual harassment, for journalists doing their jobs. And I think, it's not spoken about quite a lot in the country, but every day, or just recently, two of my colleagues went through women journalists went through very daunting experiences. My one colleague wrote a story about a fraudster, and essentially the fraudster, sent her messages with her personal information, like her ID number, her address, and with threats. And her life was is basically in threat, is in threat. We do have these instances, especially with women journalists, where your personal safety can quickly be taken away from you.
Media union that seeks to represent workers in the media fraternity is yet to be recognized by the Labour Commissioner on technicalities is very disappointing that we have to celebrate a feat to say no, we are number one in Africa. Yet, due to bureaucratic bottlenecks, we are unable to represent journalists. So it is a sad day.
I would say we certainly are privileged as a media compared to several countries on the continent. However, what I have seen is that in the last, since COVID broke out, we've seen how we've seen an increase in police brutality, heavy-handedness, police heavy-handedness towards journalists, intimidation of journalists. We have seen even politicians being rude and dismissive when it comes to journalists. I would attribute that obviously to two things. One is an ignorance when it comes to the role that the media plays in promoting democracy and to uphold human rights. And the second part is just people who want power, positions of power and authority, and they're taking advantage of that. The police, for instance, I think is certainly a combination, but the latter, I think, is the bigger reason why we have seen this increase in police brutality. We've seen a number of journalists attacked